things, but number one, we're going to start off is why do kids break rules?
We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with this. As parents ourselves, we do live it. I get people, I go to group and they're like, you just look like you have it all together. And I'm like, no. You have kids. I'm still looking for my instruction manual. I had them. I thought they came with one.
Didn't come home at the hospital.
I didn't get it.
Still think it's there.
It didn't come out with them, and it didn't get issued at the hospital. And this parenting thing is really a lot harder than I imagined.
So here we go. 4 ideas on why kids break rules, but the number one is any given rule will make their lives less pleasant.
This is the belief they have. You're doing it to make them miserable.
Any rule you have will make their life. It doesn't matter what the rule, whether it's put the bikes away or put their shoes in the locker or pick up your clothes. Any rule will make their life less pleasant. I like to remind the listeners that, in general, the one thing every child has in common with every other child is a strong desire to have fun.
Yes.
And if there's anything that epitomizes having fun is, why are you putting rules in the way that's complicating me having fun?
That's right. Here's a good example. I'm sitting here going, well, there have to be some good rules. And one of the things that the kids like to do at our house is that they like to swim. But they'll go out and they're tearing things up or they're getting into things and I'll be, you guys, the rule is when you're out here, you have to be in the pool. And you don't run around the deck. You get in the pool and you stay in the pool and swim. Oh, you're ruining it for us.
Yeah, it's no fun being in the pool.
I don't want to swim now. Let's go in.
Or I like this one, and that is they'll go swimming and they'll walk in the back bathroom and just be soaking wet towels heaped like dino poop, big piles of wet piles of wet, soggy, and they just sit there. Unbelievable. Number 2, why kids break rules. Number 2 is because they think they can get away with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They think they can get away with it. They won't. It's like you won't find out. You didn't.
You won't notice.
Yeah, you won't notice. I think a big one is though they're always testing. Did you really mean it?
Oh, I didn't know.
There's and I think about, you draw a line in the sand. You did it as a kid and you said, now don't cross that line. And what was the other kid going to do? They were absolutely going to maybe step on it and you'd smash their foot and then they'd pull it back. And then they're going to just get their little toe just a little bit across.
Just push it
to
across.
See if you really mean it. And kids are always pushing on parents to see if you really mean it.
And I think about homework, as much as you say homework needs to be done, the idea, oh no, I don't have any homework, and they do. And then, of course, when grades come, you find out that, you've been breaking the rule now for weeks, but I wasn't sharp enough to catch on to that. Rule number 3, or rather, the third reason why kids break the rules, because they believe that breaking the rule is not necessarily as harmful as you believe it is.
Yeah.
We tell our children, don't play in the street, don't run across the street. We got to park across the street, and we have all these rules about their behavior when they're outside the house. But, they just don't see the fear we have of a speeding car that's running down the street and then playing tag and not it and running out in front of it. They don't perceive it as harmful. Another thing, of course, we've got a 13-year-old, and a lot of folks out there have probably found that their male teenagers, they like to go get these little guns. They shoot plastic BBs.
Little plastic BBs.
And I'm amazed because the kids down the street are in the park across the way, and they're shooting each other with these little plastic BBs that can kill a bird.
With no safety gear.
No glasses, no.
Nothing. And I'm like, you're going, and I remember my mom, you're going to shoot an eye out. And, and they're like, oh, Miss Carrie.
Are you out of your mind? Yeah, what is the matter with you? So anyway, the third one was they believe that they can break the rule because it's not as harmful as you believe it is. And then finally, the fourth one, they believe they break the rules because the rule is now, and whenever I get caught, that'll be later.
Yeah, absolutely. I can have the fun now, and I'll pay for it later.
Yeah, you may not know that I went to Target or the mall on my bicycle across 16 lanes of speeding traffic. You will not find out, if you will, that I ate all the chocolate that was hidden for Easter or. Right. But the idea that you might catch me now, but
you won't catch me now.
I'll pay for it later. Yeah, I may get caught, but the punishment is tomorrow. But today I'm having lots of fun. Also, another one we see with that is when kids climb out the window. they'll climb out the window to go with their friends
Yeah.
or sneak out the back door.
Do what they want to
And they
do.
know that they'll have at least a good night because they don't have to pay for this until tomorrow.